Let's make some money.
I want to talk about Steam charts. Usually, when people use Steam charts, it's just like kind of to hate on another game, unfortunately. But it's really cool to see like which fighting games a lot of people was playing. That's like how you're supposed to use it. But I always end up being hate. I might end up hating on accident on some things, right? I just want to kind of talk about some stuff, right? Uh, this is what they count as fighting games. I don't think like this isn't a fighting game, but they put it's counted as. So Street Fighter Six has been like the most played fighting game for a while, which is pretty impressive. For a lot of people, it's a good thing, and so a lot of people it's a bad thing, right? It's cool. Like Street Fighter Five had a lot of problems. This game has problems too, but seeing it being like all the way at the top is pretty crazy, right? Way above Tekken, way above Mortal Kombat, like way above everything else. So many people play this game, and this is like Steam only. You go, this is like thousands of people playing this game currently, and then there's thousands of people playing on PlayStation 5. I don't remember if it's on Xbox. It's probably on Xbox, right? Crossplay, and they have people on Steam. I also don't know if yeah, people on Steam. They have people on Nintendo Switch. I don't know if they have Nintendo Switch has crossplay, but all these people together, so many people to play the game with. It just sucks that the game has like that problem. Like people don't like throw loops, people don't like the drive system. And now with new games, we see stuff like Melty Blood, the new Melty Blood, like they did Drive Impact again. Like they're playing a lot of the new stuff that's happening on Street Fighter Six. Unfortunate, but that's just how it is, right? Because this is the most popular game, so every time you see someone's like, oh, they put in like simple controls or something like that, they're gonna be like, oh, that's from Street Fighter Six. Anything new that they do that's like that Street Fighter Six has done is we blame on Street Fighter Six, so that's kind of tough though. But that is what it is. I'm hoping for the 10 years thing they've been talking about, 10 years of Street Fighter Six, they can fix stuff more to where people will be happier with it. Because for the Street Fighter Six changes, they've been so safe with Street Fighter Six that that's like what's even the point? But 10 years of the same thing is gonna drive people crazy. Like what I kid I've been looking at is Lily. Lily's been the same for like the whole game. Like they're not too scared. That's strong grapplers are scary, but she's been they have their skills even make her slightly different. She's been doing the same. She's been low tier for the entirety of the game. Like the game's like, dude, at least change her up. Like have a season where she's like, oh, she's crazy. Like, we made her too crazy, or revert her back or something. But no, I saw to the point where I'm thinking for Lily, where if you want to see a crazy Lily, you have to like maybe you can make a new character, like maybe evil Lily with Akuma powers or something. It's the only thing you could do. But I'm talking too long about Street Fighter Six. Next, Brawlhalla. Don't have too much to say about Brawlhalla. It's like the Fortnite of platform fighters, but they have everyone in this game, man. I didn't even know they had Shrek going on. They really even have so much going on for Brawlhalla. It's like Brawlhalla is it's such a popular platform fighter. It's actually crazy, but it's like other platform fighters people usually like, but Brawlhalla usually is like the one people hate on the most. I feel like most popular one. Steam. No idea what this is on, but people usually don't think about this favorably. I played Brawlhalla. It definitely does not play like it definitely stands out, is what I'll say, for other platform fighters. That's probably what it's doing right. Like people always try to be like Smash. This is like definitely Smash, but they're doing something completely different. And also, I think it's smart what they're doing with like how the characters look. It makes it easier to model characters, making new characters work out. Because like, I don't, if I'm remembering correctly, they don't even have arms, right? Or they don't have they have to have little hands. They don't have arms, like that type of character. So it's pretty cool. It's not for me, but it's cool to see. This game is always up. This game is always up. It's been up for so long. And something like if I make another game like this, it's like oh, keep updating the game, free to play too, and have it work out like this. That'd be really cool. Like, and I don't know how not like this is. I was basically wondering where 2SKO would be if it was on Steam. Like how high would it be? You can see the numbers. Tekken 8. I also don't have a lot to say about Tekken 8. Also, one of the like Tekken 8 has a lot of problems, but it also ends up being one of the highest on Steam charts. A lot of people always playing this game. Fortunately, a lot of problems with how the game is balanced. So at least for Tekken 8, It's always funny to me. Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 doing the opposite thing, right? People, this game is doing too much crazy things for Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6. They're playing it way too safe. So this is like completely the opposite ends of balancing. It's interesting to see, right? But Street Fighter 6 is working. Maybe it ends up being like, oh, Street Fighter 6 is working because you're playing it more safe. Better just play it safe than to go crazier. Because look how high. But also Street Fighter 6 has a lot more going on with its casual. Like if you can master casual when it comes to a fighting game, then that's how you get people a lot of people into the game. A lot of people trying out the game. A lot of people playing because the world tour mode and having like our own avatar character and having like an old avatar. They added a new because you usually just do it into like lobbies. You go into like the lobby and then you fight avatars, but now you can just do it like regular matchmaking. This is like, and I think it split off. This was like another fighting game. This would split off a lot of like people playing from like the regular rank. But there's so many people playing this game. So many people, thousands of people playing this game. So ends up working out. But Tekken 8 doesn't really have something like that. So maybe that's what it's missing. But to get something like Street Fighter 6, so I always think like to get like a little like story mode like that, it basically making a second game. And so that's a little bit too expensive. It's like really prepared for it. So I might be also missing, but it's hard to do. Sparking Zero up there, of course, bro. Dragon Ball Lucky. But I don't know. I played Sparking Zero. Maybe I used to love Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3. So I played Sparking Zero. It didn't feel the same. And also, I don't know. I just kind of like maybe not feeling the style anymore. I used to love this game so much, this series so much, but it's like I play so much fighting games now. Maybe I'm not like it, loving it as much as I used to. It wasn't as fun as I was hoping it would be. I was like, at first, even before the game came out, I was so hyped for this. I ended up not even buying the game. I waited a long time to get it, and I'm like, it wasn't exciting for me. Of course, the online isn't gonna be that crazy, like I do rollback and stuff. But this game looks pretty. It's a pretty looking game. I'm so shocked that Spike Chunsoft can make a game that looks like this at all. Without they've been like, could you guys have made Burning Blood look like this, please? Can you guys have done something like this? Like, oh my goodness, man! So much games that look like absolutely dookie. You have Jump Force does not look this good. They have that's dude. It's actually crazy. Like Spike is something else to me. They had One Punch Man, terrible. They had so much games that are terrible looking. So that's when I said, as soon as I seen Spike was making this, I was like, oh, this is gonna be something, huh? But they actually cooked, actually were able to make something that's pretty good. Even though I'm not fucking with it, it's still pretty cool. I end up this well of a state. Surprise Spike. I wonder after this, if another Spike game comes out, they'll make a game as good as this. Or maybe they can only make Dragon Ball because they can fly around and do a lot more with that. Because there are other games, like I said before, I don't think they cooked at all. I did it like. Maybe I'm hating. I liked how Yugi plays inside Jump Force. I think that's a pretty cool idea, but I think they made too much. They made way more mistakes. So even for Sparking Zero, to get to the state that it is right now took a while, but at least they're able to do something better. Mortal Kombat 11 is higher than Mortal Kombat 1. It's kind of it's really tough when you think about it, but it just Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't able to do the same thing. Even though people weren't really happy with Mortal Kombat 11 in the first place, still ends up being higher. Right, it's interesting, man. What can they do for the next game to make it higher than Mortal Kombat 11, higher than Mortal Kombat 1? It's pretty easy. Like, it's just the way they make the game. So every time they start a game and remake it from scratch, you do it over and over again. The way they did it, and then after that, like they're like, this game will only last 2 years, and then we're moving on to the next game, and then we'll make it. Then we'll start like it ends up costing them too much. They're not able to put stuff like their robot wasn't that good, if I remember correctly. Online wasn't that good. Stuff that they already got right the first time, they're struggling with now because they had to redo a lot of stuff. That's just the way they do things. So for the next NRS game, we're taking it Injustice. Hopefully they give more time to cook, because people, the way people in the fighting game community talking about Mortal Kombat is so tough, bro. They do not like they hate that this shit so much, man. It's not like Mortal Kombat is a legendary franchise, right? But just like the way this game plays, way this game looks sometimes in motion, it makes it so people really hate on like, damn. It's one thing for the iconic brutality of the game, like where it's like, oh, everything it's like it's hard to have that like, oh, I'm gonna that's my main game because people way YouTube like and other places monetize like people getting blown up, cut in half and stuff like that. It's like we're not really feeling this, so it makes it harder for that. And then on top of it, some of the gameplay things people are just not cool with, right? They're like the way the ding 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 ding, the way the combos look sometimes. We're not happy with the way the game looks. Sometimes people are not happy with it. It's like while this game ends up being one of the most popular games every single time Mortal Kombat comes out, one of the most bought games, one of the most popular games. But people in the fighting community, as they won't go to tournaments for it, they don't fuck with it the same way, bro. I don't know what it is. Mortal Kombat 10, last time, there's people really going crazy over it, but I don't know, bro. Can they bring it back how it was Mortal Kombat 10? It's not impossible. They have to give a lot more time to cook, bro. Not enough time. Cook. At least they can be able to get the Mortal Kombat fans, and I would say give them more, but the way Warner Brothers is so weird, man. I would say like, oh, guys, spend more time on the game because look how it's not even like it. Phil, look how well it is. This is like over a lot of fighting games. It's definitely popular. They just kind of gave up afterwards. Like, it's not that they gave up. They said they wanted to keep doing stuff, but Warner Brothers is like, nope, we're moving on. So they couldn't do anything. Warner Brothers is so annoying with that stuff, right? They can't like, oh, this is a new game. Well, it didn't work as well as we wanted to. Moving on. If it did work out, well, we can make more if we do another one. So moving on. It's like, dude, the way they move is so annoying. That happens to Multiverse. It happens to all their stuff. They just keep pushing on, right? Keep pushing on. Well, studio making a fighting game. I'm gonna make a mobile game so we can get the money from that. Then we're gonna move on. Like it's so annoying, bro. Guilty Gear Strive after so long ends up being one of the. And this is such a huge success. Arc System Works their own franchise being this high up. This makes me wonder what Blaze was also pretty high too, even without like having anything new yet. It's just like really cool to see, even though I don't like a lot of decisions. It's had a lot of new games, right? I not like the decisions they made with the new Guilty Gear Strive. I like not the new. It's like him to say it's new. It's been such a long time. 2021. It's to the point where I was like wondering if this. I keep every time a new season comes out, I'm like, is this gonna be the last season? Because it's been so long. It's not the new Guilty Strive. It's been out for a while, right? Playing this game since launch. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. Also, it's easy to see playing the older Guilty Gears why people aren't happy with this game with the way it is. But this is what they've done with the games. What made it successful. So it's the same thing with Street Fighter Six, right? It's hard to be like, dang, I hate on what they're doing. If what they're doing is what made them like so much money, right? This is the most a Guilty Gear game has ever been up. This is I same thing with Street Fighter Six. This is the most a Street Fighter game has ever been up. There's never been more people playing Street Fighter than now. Same thing with Guilty Gear. So many people know about it now. They've really done really well with this game. Just hoping, as you want to hope they'll give more stuff to like because they reduced what the characters can do for better and for worse. And man, it's hard to be like give some characters stuff back. This is what worked out for them though, reducing stuff. I don't some of the changes. I play Axel, so some of the changes. Why do you right after all this time? Even during the game, I don't understand why they removed charge from the character. I don't really get that. I don't understand why that's a thing he did, and it's just like weird stuff like that. I don't really get why you remove charge from the character. Charge is not even hard. I don't know why they keep removing charge. Why would you remove charge from a character you already had in the game, right? If it was before launch, I'd be like, okay, I guess that makes sense. But they removed it after. That's so weird. And then I know it's not a big deal because the move is faster now. But I hate that they removed the Axel 6H that big overhead. It's like what's even the point, bro? This stuff that's been in the game forever. It's not in the game anymore, man. But that's me. If I start talking about Axel, I'll start rambling, bro. This game, uh, it's successful for a reason, right? So hopefully they learn the right things for the next game. Right? Tokon probably gonna be. I haven't really got played Tokon because I was working on my PC, but I want out there. People seem like they like it, so probably doing the right things. Hopefully, I guess. Uh, this isn't a fighting game, but when I saw this, I would talk about it too. I should probably talk about Dead or Alive first. Kind of funny that Dead or Alive's highest game is not a fighting game at all on the fighting game list. This is like a beach ball game. So for the next Dead or Alive, I think you guys should put the beach ball game into the fighting game. Maybe it probably like if you guys could like mix that together, we probably have a bunch of people. This could have more people playing than Street Fighter if you locked in, right? That's holy shit, bro. You see the numbers? This is bringing out a lot of fighting games. It's based on a fighting game, but it's hilarious to me what sexy woman can do, bro. They can change the entire world, bro. You have to put this somehow makes this into Dead or Alive 6 or not Dead or Alive 6, Dead or Alive 7 that's coming out. Dead or Alive 7. Put it for the volleyball. What is that? Like the extra mode, and watch as your sales skyrocket through the roof, and then you'll have the most fighting game players ever. Even though people aren't really playing the fighting game, they're playing the beach ball game. But people aren't playing Tekken Ball like this though. So this is basically Tekken Ball with extra steps, bro. You might as well rank it on the money. This is easy money, right? And then for One Piece, also say for One Piece, this is not a fighting game, but for me, it's just so tough that this is the most high ranked thing that One Piece has. One Piece should have something at least like Sparking Zero, right? They should have something Sparking Zero, Xenoverse. Look how much Dragon Ball games are up here. Dragon Ball is so lucky. One Piece only has Bounty Rush with the most players. It's like, come on, man. It's a mobile game turned Steam game, not a fighting game at all. I'd love to see a One Piece fighter. I keep asking for it, right? I don't Bandai Namco. I'll say they're missing out on easy money, but who would make the game? I don't know if Arxis wants to make the game right now. But it's not like it's impossible to find someone who wants to make a One Piece fighting game. Look how good Dragon Ball stuff be doing. One Piece also is like a lot of fighting. It's a battle series, it's battle shonen, but it doesn't have it's not even close to the same amount of like I'm like, if it had something like as like a Sparking Zero, if it had something like that, like a Xenoverse, if One Piece had something like that, that would change everything. I'd be doing a lot, bro. But I'm hoping for an actual fighting game. But if it even had something like not even a fighting game, like it should be doing like I can't say I can't say Sparking Zero is a fighter. It's a regular fighter. Same thing with Xenoverse, right? But if it has something like that, it at least be doing at least be doing numbers. Scroll down a bit. See, look at Dragon Ball, bro. This is not even fighting game. It got a bunch of stuff up here, bro. Tekken's still doing pretty good. Mortal Kombat 10 also still doing pretty. People love this game. This is definitely the most. I don't even know if it'll ever be beat at this point, bro. One of the most legendary Mortal Kombat games, bro. People, the way this game was moving, I wasn't around when they released this game, 2015. I was around playing fighting games. I was probably playing Smash back then. Didn't even think about fighting games like that, but to look at old clips, people really love this game. This game was going crazy back then, man. It went from 10 to 11. It's like it killed off all the moments. That's what's going on for it. Like the way they did the fighting system, like people, I was like, I was someone's around. I could only guess. And people probably loved. There've been probably more people in the fighting game community like actually fucking with the game and not talking bad about it. Because when people talk about Mortal Kombat, they really hate on this game, man. This is definitely, even though it's like up there, Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat is what you would call the big three. People was like, oh, remove Mortal Kombat from the big three, or Mortal Kombat isn't that crazy. Mortal Kombat's whatever, but people be hating on this game, man. Another Dragon Ball game. This one is not a fighting game. This one's not a fighting game. But look how much Dragon Ball games are up there, bruh. We got One Piece game, and it's a fucking mobile game, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Bandai Namco, please do something with One Piece. People are begging for it. It will be easy money. Oh, I forgot to talk about Avatar. Dude, it's the same thing. I'm probably gonna end up talking about One Piece again, even with Avatar. But for Avatar to see a series that I've been watching for so long, right? Avatar, Last Airbender, legendary Nickelodeon show. Get this high up. This makes me think, dude, if they could do this with Avatar, there's so much other series they could do this with. to make it like look how much people are playing this game and just on Steam and also on PS5. Didn't release on Xbox yet. They have this much motion. This is amazing to see. I love seeing series get fighting games. I love it so. I love seeing this so much, man. So for Avatar, they were able to get hand drawn animation. I know they had some problems, of course, with launch. They couldn't even get it on Xbox at launch, even though it was like so close to release. But to have it work out this well, like how people playing the game, this is a lot of people to play with. This is a lot of people to play. Look, 1,000 people playing earlier in the day, 24 hours, like 24-hour peak. Thousands of people are playing this game, man. And this is what they were able to do with Avatar. Avatar is really popular. Look at me, shamelessly going back to One Piece, man. Avatar is really popular, but One Piece is one of the most popular things in the world, man. If you could do something like this for One Piece, this could change everything, bro. Like, and this is a new studio or new-ish studio that they worked with. Them's Fighting Herds work with Diesel Legacy. It was to come together, make a new fighter, and this is what happened, brother. Thousands of people playing the game. It's like you always think for fighting game, well, it's a anime game, so I want it to be from Arc System Works the best. Like, Arc System Works the best when it comes to anime games. I want them to be the one making a new, but no, there's so many people who can make a new fighting game, right? It's like they only go for this, and they're not even trying anything else. I wish Bandai would do something else, man. Try something else with a fighter, please, please. I beg you. I would love to see something like Avatar. This is such a funny game, man. And people saying they brought back. It's like it feels kind of like fighters to me. Like they're already going for quarter circle backwards, quarter circle forwards, but they were able to put so much into it with the battle system. The defense system is pretty cool. The flow system, like there's more stuff they were able to do well, and they're still cooking. This is still just the beginning of the game, dude. I can't stop saying. I just wish that more series would get something like this that are even close to something as good as this. Like it's so fun to see series turn into fighting games. What do they make as movesets? How do this character move like in a fighting game? I love seeing stuff like this so much, man. I just hope it keeps happening. Paramount seeing the success from Avatar. Hopefully, they're like, let's make another one. Let's make another one because this worked out for us. Let's make something else that's like this, right? Then people see a SpongeBob fighting game or Fairy Odd Parents or Danny Phantom or something, bro. That shit would be cool. What's next? Dragon Ball FighterZ still doing pretty well. It's like, people, I don't think people have learned from Dragon Ball FighterZ, but Dragon Ball FighterZ is like this is like the stars aligning. They have Arc System Works working like everyone always says. They have some of the best looking looks of anything else. They have Rollback Now. All stuff went right with Dragon Ball Now, but it's hard to replicate, right? No, not a lot of people can have the best looking game ever with a lot of like and money put into it. So it's like I like seeing Avatar. Maybe Avatar might be a kind of like a better look of how it could happen because for Avatar they had a lot less going on for it, a lot less fun. I would think, but they're able to make something work out for Dragon Ball. This is the biggest IP we could probably wish for in a fighting game. This is Dragon Ball. You see, for all the other Dragon Ball games, they love making Dragon Ball games. This is not even like for Bandai, they draw out Dragon Ball games so easily. They've been doing this for years. Like, oh, new Dragon Ball game, we don't really care. For us, are not like they've been doing this for years. So drawing out a new Dragon Ball game is easier. Dragon Ball easy to work. So much stuff ends up working out for Dragon Ball that wouldn't work out for anything else, I guess. So maybe that's why they won't do One Piece. Because like One Piece, I would think One Piece would be as big emotion, but it doesn't even get close to as much as the Dragon Ball gets, man. Hoping one day something is like as crazy as fighters for the look, but at that point it's like you probably just want another Arc System Works series, bro, because they're the ones who probably make it look this crazy. KOF 15, and people always complain about KOF. It's kind of tough the way SNK games end up being run because there are problems. People always overblow them and like I'm looking for this type of game, but they're not actually not. It's what makes me. I end up. I mean, back to the same topic, right? But every time SNK, people always hate on SNK games, right? It's like they do so much stuff right, but they always find a different reason to hate on the game. So I just wonder if it's like, oh, this is my favorite series. Like, if they made something like, oh, this is like Dragon Ball Fighters for SNK. They made a series people cannot ignore. I wonder if they would still be having the same excuses that they always have for it. It's like these games are really fun. They have, but it's always like the one issue because this is what said a lot. I say a lot. It's hard to get fighting game players to play another fighting game or to even play fighting games sometimes. So to play another fighting game, if I don't actually want to play this game, so I'm gonna make an excuse. Besides for saying I'm not feeling this game or something, I'm just gonna make an excuse of why this game sucks. So I don't have to touch this game, right? And people always be like, "Oh, this game," they overblow it as much as they can. It's like it's not that bad. It's not that, but it always ends up. If you find a slight reason to hate on the game, like hate on the game, came out 15, still doing pretty well. But I feel like they would do a lot better with all the stuff it has going for it. Just kind of unfortunate, man. So I hope, like, I was always talking about who could make a anime series or who could do another game. I feel like SNK would be like a perfect pick for it. They could definitely do something like with where their games play, bro. They could definitely make something amazing for their series. And if it's like, because I feel like Dragon Ball FighterZ is what made people stop ignoring Arc System Works. Like Arc System Works has been cooking for years, but this is like, oh wait, Arc System Works is moving like this, and people started like really focusing on them now. I feel like if SNK did something like that, cause I hate to say that too, because like, of course, for SNK, they have legendary characters. They have legendary. They've been doing stuff forever, right? It's like, oh, how people are not focusing on SNK, but it feels like people in America kind of ignoring it. It's not like I feel like it could be a lot crazier what they're doing with their games, man. So if it's something like a big series, and they maybe like, oh, this is what SNK is making, guys. Everyone look at this. The small stuff they were hating on will just disappear. I feel like if they were able to make something like that they couldn't ignore, but Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, maybe not as well as I thought. Well, it's like the same thing kind of with Street Fighter Six. People not really happy when the game is balanced, but still doing pretty well. It's been a couple of years since the game released. When it came out in 2023, so 3 years later, the game's doing pretty well. Maybe not as well. I hope it to be with the way stuff is, but it's cool that this game has a free to play mode. So it always feels like, even though the numbers aren't as high as they used to be, or numbers are not really high right now, it always feels like it's pretty easy to find someone to play with, because you got anyone who wants to play the game with the free mode. You have people who are cross-play. You have rollback. This game has a lot of stuff going for it. The two things people hate, right, is the is it like the 6-6L, right? The dash attack that's plus on block for some reason. Dash attack, dash attack. And I also hate the new system with the basically drive impact, bruh. The wheel drive impact. That's the two these people are hating on the most. Like they add them for the old game. If the old game came out and this had what it had before, a lot more people have been happy with it. But what they added, some people like really hate on what they added. I had friends who play the game and they just like really not happy with the way the game is now. But unfortunately, at this point, it is what it is. Like, they're not gonna remove the. I don't think they're gonna remove how two or 6L is like plus online. It's been like that for a while now. So it's just it is what it is. Blaze, I'm wondering what the new character is gonna do. People are like kind of scared about what's gonna happen for it. They add new stuff, like they're gonna rebalance the game. For me, people always forget the game already has stylish mode, so it's like they can't really add. I'm not forget. They can't not add simple inputs. They already have simple inputs. All you need to be scared about is like some drive impact or drive rush type stuff, I guess. The only thing you could kind of be scared about if they really like add new stuff, but they already have simple inputs in this game. Nothing that would be like a new thing they'd add. But people always forget stylish mode even exists, so it's kind of funny to me. It's like, oh, they're gonna add simple inputs. Like this game already has simple inputs, bro. But I'm just wondering. I think like it's been such a long time since I made a character. I'm pretty sure she's gonna stand out. It's gonna look weird in comparison to other characters. But if they could do this, I was wondering. Like it'd be kind of weird if it's like this is the only thing they do. But I don't really know what else they would really do, right? If they like add a character, what else can you do after adding a character? Add another character? I don't know. If they add a character, would they rebalance stuff, or they're just gonna add a new character? Like they didn't really give out a lot of information what they're gonna do with the new character with Trinity, or not Trinity, this Platinum. She has only one person. I don't know what they're gonna do with just her, but it's really gonna be interesting to see. They have no release date. It can cook as long as they want to. It could be. It could be. It could have just happen 2 years later. They have no release date at all. We have no idea what things are happening. No idea what's happening. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with it. I think it's an interesting route to go, except for like making a new game. Go back to the game that's working in the first place. So we'll see how this ends up working out. Naruto Storm. Yeah, I should talk about this. Storm is really the most popular Dan for Naruto. I wish they put like Clash of Ninja on Steam at least, but Bandai Namco is only cares about Storm, man. I'd love to see something else from Naruto, like Naruto fighting game would be cool, like an actual 2D fighter or even a 3D fighter like Tekken would be cool to see. But if it's 3D, so this at this point, like, Storm is way too popular. So much money for them. If it's 3D, there's not even any reason to make it anything other than Storm. So they never make anything else than Storm. DC Online. DC could have had a fighting game, man. This is not a fighting game, but DC could have had something going on. But it's Tokon coming out, and DC really got nothing. It's like nothing else. Like even comes to like fighters, but they really got nothing going on. Injustice is already like Injustice right here. Justice 2. A lot of people do not like the way this game is. This way the game is it's hilarious. It's hilarious, but if they do this again, it'll definitely be interesting to look at. And a lot of people will not play this game. The way this game is moving, the way this game work is so insane. Even the Justice Universe, people hate the story mode. I for one, I do not like the way Wonder Woman is in this game. Wonder Woman in the Justice is such a terrible character, right? She's so such annoying. She's like instigating all this stuff basically, but she gets her ass kicked every single time. Like I don't understand why they made Wonder Woman. Why they write Wonder Woman like this in Justice, man? It's so terrible. So I understand people don't like the Injustice timeline. I don't like the Injustice stories. It's like evil Superman. The way this is one of the weaker. I don't like the way they did this. Yeah. And when this is a storyline, they're going to the game Injustice. So New Justice game would be the same storyline, I guess, unless they try to do something different with it. I don't know, man. It's like this. I don't like the story. The gameplay is definitely like acquired taste. If you don't like the gameplay, then it's basically over, Brett. Because the way this game plays is too insane. It's too crazy. And probably I don't know if they're gonna be moving like this exactly for the new game, but it makes sense. If Justice 1 was crazy, Justice 2 is crazy. Justice 3 probably gonna be around the same ballpark. So it all just depend on it. It's like this game was like as crazy as it usually is, and they have to do the same thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna release this game, but it's unfinished. Then definitely, it's definitely gonna be rough. It's definitely gonna be rough. Let's say they like, really cook with it. One Piece again, bro. One Piece, please. One Piece, please. Make a fight again, please. So look how well this game is doing. CC2, Bandai Namco. They kind of like abandoned the game quicker than I thought they would, right? They had a lot more characters they could put in the game, especially characters they really have like models for in Eyes of Heaven. It's kind of sad always seeing the way Bandai Namco was moving. I don't know if it's like how their movies, why season 2 is moving like this, but it's like terrible, terrible online. I talk about this every single time I see this game. The online is so terrible. Easily the worst thing about this game. It makes me sad. If the game had good online, this game would be like so much higher if the online wasn't poo poo. But unfortunately, since the online is poo poo, the game was never gonna be as crazy as it could be. Rivals and 8-1. Rivals and 8-2 are pretty close together. These two's above. 2 had a lot higher starting all-time peak. Wondering how Virtual Fighter 6 could do. Because this Virtual Fighter 5, it's not really like a good telling of how people want to see it. Because this is really the same. They keep releasing this game as well here. That's my first time playing the game, but they just keep re-releasing the game and people like kind of tired of Virtual Fighter 5. So seeing how 6 does will be interesting. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I feel like this game does so much stuff right, but unfortunately, what drives me crazy though, people say this game is dead. 130 people playing the game, or 300 people playing the game, or 100 people playing the game is not dead. But when a fighting game is you have these two people to play the game, and the people are playing crossplay too. This game certainly isn't dead, but understand why people are kind of always hitting on it. Like, oh, look how unalive. It's because the numbers just aren't there. For how much people hype the game up, unfortunately, this isn't as hype up as it is, because it's like it's the same thing I'm saying with SNK games, bro. It's always people find a reason to hate on the game, and it's like, ah, man, it sucks, bro. It makes me really wonder, because people always like, there's always something like every time it has something is off, and people are like, I can understand like for like the AI stuff, I can understand for some of the stuff they did, right? But people really overblow stuff. It's a point like other games do some stuff too, as crazy, but it's like, oh well, we're still playing with this game because why not, bro? But it's like, so this is that's why I keep wondering to myself, like, if this game was like something like people couldn't ignore at all, because you could ignore some of the SNK characters. If you could, like, if it's something like, oh, this is like a new, I don't know, like this SNK like a Bleach game, SK like a Naruto game, like a One Piece game, like a Dragon Ball game. When people still be talking about it the same way, that's why I really wonder, because the way people hate on this game doesn't make any sense to me at all. I understand they don't like the real life characters, but that's like that's really a non-issue for how the game plays. This game is fun. It's just unfortunate, man. Two Naruto games. Maybe Bandai Namco. Maybe you could make it a Naruto fighting game. Maybe. I'll stop at 100. Street Fighter 4. Not a lot of Street Fighter 4. Still doing great. No rollback netcode, but still pretty high up. All things considered for how long ago this game came out, 2014. One of the legendary fighting games. It is what it is, bro. Soul Calibur, I played a little bit of this game. It's 2018, so it's been a while, right? Like, since it's not as high up. I've heard people that like the mechanic, the it's kind of this weird. I think it was rock paper scissors type mechanic. It's like weird, like that mechanic you see in a video. But I didn't play that Soul Calibur to really talk about it, so I probably should be. I should just move on, right? Melty Blood. There, people really didn't like. When at the start of the game, the connection wasn't that great, and then some of the system mechanics people weren't really fucking with, bruh. Like the moon system isn't the same as the moon system it was before. So I mean, like, it changes like how the character plays. It's like, oh, a bunch of special moves. And it's like, and then like what the most thing people hated was the how rock paper scissors the shield was. They removed it in the new game, but now it's like they removed even like how the moon works in the new game too. But now it gave like new stuff that the people not to like. They added like a drive impact to it. I'm just really wondering, what they're thinking. Like, what are they going with? I don't think they had to add a simple inputs either. I like messing around with simple inputs, but I don't think they had to add that. I don't think they had to add the little because people keep comparing this to the old Melty Blood, of course, because it's Melty Blood, right? What Melty Blood had going for it, how unique all the characters were, like based on what moon you chose. All of this was based on the character, based on the special moves. But now that like the way they do special moves is just like, well, everything is like kind of meter based. If you want to do stuff with it, everything was just like special move based before. Now that it went for like meter based, it's kind of like changes the way the game plays. Plus the shield, like if they went to a new game and moved the way the shield works and just like had it like that, maybe if they like took away the moon skill, I think that would have like done better. But I don't know. They had to like maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't. I don't know, man. Adding the new stuff, I felt like I didn't really need it, right? Based on stuff, they could have just like done more of the characters. Like if they had like, oh, this is like the same character, but we have like a different slot for him. They kept doing that over and over again. I mean, that might have even done better, right? Just like side change of the characters. I don't know, man. Release Rebirth for Souls. Like I said the same thing I said about Naruto, One Piece. Uh, maybe I can't because this is close to a 3D fighter at least, but I feel like to make a new game, let's say they cook for it a little bit more, add more to how combos are done, add reduce the cinematics. I said this all before. The cinematics are just over and over again. Every time you take a stock, it's really annoying. And with F, golden, bro. This is one of the best games ever, bro. They have too many characters in the game. Yeah, it's fun. Street Fighter 5. Oh, stuff now. It's tough. But not really that tough. Like it's still doing pretty well. Not as good as even with this game having rollback. I say rollback in quotation marks because this rollback is really not good. I had a lot of this is one of the first fighting games I got into. Man, I got heated playing this game. The online was it's like only other game I got heated playing was like Smash 3DS, and this game has similar online to that. Actually, terrible, terrible online experience for me. But this game was so much fun. What else? Oh, this the Steam version of Persona is so bruh, so. The Steam they could have done so much better with the streamer. They removed the lobby, and it's like uh no crossplay, but I guess that is what it is. At least they have rollback, but their rollback is like I don't know. It's like they could have done better with the online, man. If they would have cooked more of the online for the Steam version, I thought there would be more people playing. Cause I have a lot of issues even like getting into a match with the Steam version for like man, that is so tough, bruh. But this game, not to rise the game, the game is incredible. Arc System Works is one of the best to ever do. That's why you always want Arc System Works to make a game, bro. This is one of the best to ever do it. Very fun game, but unfortunately, just has online issues. Kind of skipped through some stuff. Dead or Alive 6. This has a free version, like Grand Blue, but it's not doing that well, bro. You can see people didn't really like what they did with the game. Or remake. They completely took away the old version and it didn't really add anything new. This game doesn't have rollback or anything, so it's like, or I think so. It doesn't have. If I remember correctly, I don't think this game has rollback. It's like all I felt pretty decent, but because finding there's still a lot of people at the beginning, so it's like this game doesn't really have like what's even the reason to make a new game? Nothing. It's really nothing new for it, but it's a new game. They charge you again for the game. I just played the free version, so I don't really care about any of that stuff. But you kind of see from how much people playing the game and people really not feeling the way they did. They could have done this, and this is like kind of to promote the new game. And they want to push the new game. They could have done. They should have done a lot more with it, in my opinion. Right? This like people have like a sour taste in their mouth now. That for Live 6. Well, what I said before, bro. If you want people to remove the sour taste, add the volleyball mode into the new game, and people will forget about everything. We looking at the titties, and they'll completely forget about everything else. Right? Now they can really of basically making a new volleyball. But yeah, that's not all. Maybe I'll talk about the other. But this is everything else right there. Of course, Squall is one of the best indie fighters to ever do it. There's nothing else really indie fighter that's moving us. I love Debs fighting hers, but unfortunately didn't end up that well. But this is really one of the best indie fighters ever, bro. I don't even know if I can't really say. I wouldn't go as far to say this is the best indie fighting game ever. Like, well, there's nothing else even like comes close to the way Squall is moving. To be fair, but yeah, I think that's everything. And other fighting games, bro. I could talk about Uni. Uni, unfortunately, like I said before, it's kind of with SNK. It had first one kind of has that problem too. Uh, Unfortunately, it's like they have a small issue with their game and it ends up not being as big as it could have been. And that's unfortunate. That happened with Under Night. The launch was bad, and people end up like not really coming back to it. But this game is really fun. It's kind of hard to find people online. Not as easy. With how cool this game is, it's not as easy as you would think it would be or as hope would be. That's why I'm hoping for the new multiplayer to end up surprising me because this might end up being the same thing that happened. It's gonna be like 3 times in a row. First it was multiplayer, then it was Under Night. It's gonna be multiplayer again. Where it's like, oh well, they didn't do. They end up going in a wrong direction, unfortunately, and now people aren't really playing this game like how they would have been playing it. So hope it ends up working out for them